It's the Treehouse.
Wild to think that every time I go down to Dallas Comedy Club, which is quite often, I think it's crazy that you can walk to where Doc Holliday had his dentist office. That's a pretty cool thing.
And I'm not sure if many people know that history of Dallas. I mean, because a lot of people think there's not a whole lot of history in Dallas other than the fact that, all right, there's a city called Dallas, and then fast forward like 100 or so years, and then boom, JFK got killed here, and that's it. But no, there's actually other stuff. Like you're right. Like before Doc Holliday moved westward with his old pal Wyatt Earp and became a huckleberry, he was a dentist, and he was a dentist in Dallas.
And you got it wrong. You said huckleberry. That is incorrect.
What is it?
It's a hucklebearer. A huckle is the handle on the side of a coffin. So every time he shot
then why does it say huckleberry everywhere?
Because everybody gets it. Because nobody knows what a hucklebearer is.
Well, I think we all should just blame Val Kilmer for not saying it properly.
Oh, he said it. He was from Georgia. He said it just fine. They don't pronounce
like
words.
huckleberry.
Yeah, it's hucklebearer. It's basically like I'll be your pallbearer. That's what they changed it to, is a pallbearer. I know it's wild. You can look it up.
He's right.
Raj is right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Do not give him any positive feedback.
Okay, I went through this fight and I fought it, and then I went to look it up and I had to apologize. So I'm just saving you the time, Dan, and telling you he's right. I've already lost this argument before.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What's
Please.
a huckleberry? What is that?
No one knew. That was one of the great mysteries from Tombstone, is no one understood what the hell he meant by saying "I'm your huckleberry." Everyone just assumed he's drunk and messed up on opioids of some sort. So he says, "I'm your huckleberry." So everyone just kind of went with it.
Yeah. So a little bit of history for you. There you go.
Well, God damn it.
And now when you watch it, it makes sense every time
I'm
he says
pulling it up right now. I have to verify this. So I'm pulling it up on YouTube. Give me a second. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Okay, right there. And all right, here we go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the best scene. Also factually inaccurate.
Well,
I'm gonna have to mute because I'll do every line.
Yes, be quiet.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
Did you hear it now?
No.
Yep.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Listen
No, I
to
didn't.
it.
He says huckleberry.
No, listen to it.
No, I don't want to do it again. I hate this. All right, let's do it again. Hang on.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
It feels like I hear a little bit of both, and I don't. Had you never told me, I never would have known, and I would have lived happily in the dark, always wondering what the hell a huckleberry was.
I just want I shouldn't have told you to be like, here's some huckleberry pie. You found out what they are? They're not real.
All right, one more time. Hang on. Let me see here. Yeah.
You had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
You know, you heard it.
Well, this is one of those things that once you hear it, it's planted into your brain and you can't unhear it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you hear whatever that song is, Blinded by the Light.
Yeah.
And it sounds like the guy, as soon as someone tells you, it sounds like he's saying something like a douche. And that's all you hear ever again.
Right. Right. And
I feel like that's what you've done. Trey, who did you have this fight with before?
Oh, a bar patron.
Yeah, I've always been a history nerd. I was a history minor in college, and so like the whole Tombstone is a great movie. It's almost all factually inaccurate. It's wonderful. But it's one of my favorite. Every time it's on, it's like Back to the Future. Every time it's on, I watch it and go, "That didn't happen."
Are you that guy? Are you that
I
guy
am
that
that guy.
just you have to suffer through listening to pick apart movies?
No, I don't pick. Like I watch every time Tombstone's on. I will watch it. Like it's
And
one of my
but
favorite movies.
you're probably a constant narration of its inaccuracies.
Yes, I just
You are
said that
you
didn't-
are for a show you hate. You are the Sheldon Cooper of movies.
Is that what he does?
Well
Yes.
said. Yeah.
Is that what he does in the show? He picks things
Yeah.
apart.
He
Okay.
will pick apart the things that like he loves certain things, but then he can also pick them apart. That is you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Maybe I'll have to start paying attention to my my counterpart.
You
But
really
yeah, no. I just there's the history of it. Like I'm fascinated by history, and so I started reading about Wyatt Earp, and then I was like, oh well, he wasn't a great guy. Like, he was kind of a dick.
During the Civil War in the South, the handles of a casket were called huckles.
Mhm. I told you. I'm a Huckleberry.
And Dan, and the crappy thing is then actually when you think about it, it makes the saying make much more
makes
sense.
the most sense.
Yeah.
It's him saying, "I'm about to kill you, and I'll carry your casket."
It is. So on one hand, it's a sweet gesture.
It's very polite.
Yeah, but very. I'm going to kill you, but I'll help carry you to the grave. So here's my struggle.
Mhm.
I enjoy learning new things. I enjoy history. I like
Mhm.
learning. What I don't like is Raj being right.
Yeah,
I think that is an extremely dangerous thing to give him.
I mean, I'm not gonna do anything with the fact that you said it. I'm not ever gonna use it against you. But I just want to inform. Maybe there's some listeners that didn't know, that thought it was Huckleberry as well.
Everyone thought it was Huckleberry,
Okay.
and we were all happily living in the dark.
Well, now you're enlightened, and now you'll hear it different every time he says it, and go, "Oh, that's more sinister."
Oh,
Then
it is.
I'll be some
here was-
sort of
but-
berry
But
fruit.
here was the problem with that line in the script is you're already taking plenty of license with the story of these men in history as it is. Why couldn't you have made that line more obvious?
Because it's just his.
Like, just say,
it's just the
I'll
swag.
be your pallbearer. Everyone would have understood it.
Don't you think if Val Kilmer got the script and saw Huckleberry, you don't think he would have a word with the writers? Like, what am I saying here? Like he's a method actor. Like, what is this word? Like, I don't understand this. And pallbearer, they didn't have those until I think in the 1900s, late 1930s.
So all of a sudden, Hollywood's concerned with historical accuracy.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of it was accurate. Like the names of the people were accurate, like who were killed and so on and so forth. And yeah, but
How about we do this? Why don't we just because you can now add words to the dictionary each year. It's not the real dictionary. It's just like the online nonsense. Like it's the online version of Merriam-Webster. It's dictionary.com. Every year they say, okay, here are the new words that we're adding to the dictionary, but it's not real. The real dictionary is like the Oxford Dictionary that's in print form, and they don't add in the nonsensical 21st century words that we've made up. However,
I didn't know that.
we can do it with Huckleberry. We can just take Huckleberry and just say Huckleberry is
what is
a hucklebearer. It's the same thing. You can say, I am your Huckleberry. A Huckleberry is the guy that carries your casket. Boom, we're done. See? Happy.
So is it like
and
I'm
then
your
that
Huckle,
way, no one's got to get rid of any of their Tombstone t-shirts.
is it a Huckle and then like the name Barry? I'll be your Huckleberry.
No, it's all
like
one
a dude
word.
named Barry. That was his job.
Don't be ridiculous, Raj. It's all one word.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
There's not a comma in there. Now that scene really would not have worked if the guy that Val Kilmer kills, his character's name is Barry. That just doesn't work. It works because his name is Johnny Ringo.
I'll be your huckleberry. Like he just has to keep making up names.
The other thing I'm wondering about is with you just coming back from Vegas, that reminded me of one of the most horrific news stories I have heard in a really long time. And I'm wondering if your presence in Las Vegas, Anna, had anything to do with the man who claims to have been stung in the testicles by a scorpion in his hotel room in Las Vegas. So
I wasn't there. I was at the Venetian briefly after the U2 concert, but I know nothing about scorpions in beds and scorpions stinging people on the testicles.
okay. Because I had to, my first thought was not that it was you, Anna, but because when I first saw the story, I don't think I knew you were in Vegas yet. But when I first saw the story about the man being stung in the testicles by a scorpion when he was in Las Vegas, my first thought was, really? Is that true? Or did he catch some sort of wild Vegas STD and that's just the story he came up with when he got home to tell his wife?
It was a scorpion, yes, not a hooker.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, now, when
Yeah.
I heard that story, I thought that it was a scam because he apparently immediately left the hotel. So why don't you take the scorpion that's still attached to your nuts, apparently? Why didn't you grab it and take it down to the concierge and go, excuse me, I need to go to the hospital because this just stung me.
Even for Las Vegas, I think that would have, raised a few eyebrows in the lobby at the hotel.
monkey
You think?
monkey brains with a scorpion attached.
Like I'm saying, I think if you're working the front desk at that hotel and some guy comes down with no pants on with a scorpion dangling from his bits, I mean,
no, he has to have pants on, just his sack just hanging out of the front of his underwear.
Well, you want to make sure that you have a witness to it, don't you? Because how else is he going to get money from the hotel? I want proof. I want proof.
A video?
Yeah,
Well,
a picture, anything.
The thing is, though, is that's still not going to be proof that it's the hotel's fault that he got stung in the nutsack by a scorpion, because the lawyers for the hotel could simply say that he brought the scorpion in himself as part of a nefarious plot to sue the hotel.
See, maybe I just think bad of people because I thought it's a scam. He's just trying to get money out of the Venetian.
And maybe it is, but now imagine, as if it's bad enough being this guy or the front desk employee who's having to witness this. Now imagine being the tourist who walks into the lobby to check in, and that's the first thing you see when you get to Vegas.
And what is the reaction from a scorpion sting? Do your balls swell up?
Yeah, he's swelled up pretty good.
Trey?
Well, it's not maybe that it's some ground level marketing for a new attraction there.
A new attraction in Vegas called Sting with an exclamation point. I'll tell you right now, if I get to Vegas and someone approaches me with 2 tickets to Sting, I'm going to be a little cautious, and I'm going to
Sting at the Sphere.
You know what? That's how big his balls got, as big as a sphere.
And now you have to make sure that you're aware of everything. You have to keep in mind that just because it's 2 tickets to Sting doesn't necessarily mean it's the singer. Although I would like to see testicles on the screen at the Sphere. I think that's only a matter of time before it happens.
Only if the scorpion's dangling from them.
I can actually see that in my mind, and it's both hysterical and terrifying.
Okay. So after Sting plays at the Sphere, the Scorpions.
Wow. Anna, this is your 80s teen movie moment. You get the slow clap right there. Bo Roberts is a lucky man to have you on Bowen Lone Star. So it is an organization geared towards retired people.
Folk, yeah.
But, well, now it's ARF.
I would love to. We should start ARF.
The Association for the Advancement of Retired Folk.
Yeah, for the country people.
Make it a bureau. You can call it BARF. Anyways, I just forgot what I was going to say. So ARF and BARF, retired persons, old people. Oh, yeah. Since it's geared towards retired people, this contest is for, Rolling Stones tickets. Are they not ever offering, tickets for younger acts like a Bieber or a Taylor Swift concert? Because you can join at any age, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know if AARP has the reach to get Swift tickets, and Bieber no longer performs because he only performs for the Lord.
I didn't realize he was on Jesus hiatus.
He is on Jesus hiatus, very much so. As a matter of fact, Stephen Baldwin, or as they call him, Alec Baldwin's brother, sent out a message saying, "Pray for their marriage." So.
I thought he should have framed it better though, Jesus has me on a non-compete.
Yeah, it turns out Jesus was jealous of Bieber's YouTube views. The downside of being Jesus is no one was recording when, he turned the water into wine and the bread into fish.
I mean, apparently they wrote it down, so I guess that was their version of
the Bible is the original YouTube.
If you think that's pretty brilliant, if you think about it, you're gonna have a lot of Bible kids like the original YouTube. Like that's gonna be a shirt that they wear. It's gonna be, you need to copyright that right now because I'm telling you, you're gonna be walking around St. John at your Dando farm, and you're gonna see just a bunch of Bible.
I think the Egyptians are going to be going, what?
Yeah, I feel like the Egyptians are like, we're literally drawing on walls. We feel like this is more the actual start of YouTube here. Like the Bible would actually be more like the birth, but like, yeah, the Egyptians would probably be saying, no, I think the Bible is more of like the beginning of podcasting.
I think the Egyptians should be going, hey, we invented fucking emojis.
Horse said sunshine, one eye means you're dead.
This is interesting. So we're finding throughout history the origins of all these platforms. I wonder what. So who do we have to blame for Yelp?
Buddhists.
I don't think it's Buddhists. I feel like they're the easygoing bunch. I don't think they're the ones that are, bitching about, cheese sticks that were too small.
They haven't been to Standard Poor then.
No, they have not. They got the big cheese sticks at the Standard Poor. Speaking of complaining about things, a 42-year-old man. This, by the way, is one of this may be one of my favorite stories of the year so far. All right. Are you ready? Here we go. Mm-hmm. Speaking of complaining, a 42-year-old man was arrested twice in the same day. Okay. Once for being drunk and disorderly at a restaurant. Then he went back to jail to complain about the arrest earlier in the day.
Yeah. Strong white guy move.
You don't even hesitate with that, do you?
No, I mean, like, what does he look like in your head?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. He's white with a mullet.
Well, what's the point of having the white privilege if you can't take it out once in a while?
Oh, well, don't stop driving it around the block. Keep going. Take it on a cruise.
I just find it amazing that this guy has the audacity to go to the police station to complain about the arrest in the first place. And then he gets arrested again because he was drunk when he went there to do it.
And I'm sure Trey has seen this before. When I had my nightclubs in Deep Elm, I saw people getting public intox, and it's young girls getting a public intox, and the cop's like, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let you go. Like, put them in handcuffs. Like, don't do it again. Call a friend, whatever, and then take the cuffs off, and then they start yelling at the cop. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, just take the W, take the W, dumbass. And then they'd be like, all right, I told you once, and then they just start crying. And then that's it. That's a wrap. So this guy doesn't strike. This story doesn't strike me as strange. I'm just like, oh, he's just a grown up that did it.
He's a 42-year-old grown man that decided to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's balls. I love that.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, you're 42 years old. You get arrested earlier in the day. You don't like how it went down, so you go back to jail to complain about the arrest from earlier in the day. Is it because he couldn't find a Yelp for prison to write a review, or there's no Airbnb reviews for jail?
Did he ask to speak to a manager?
Yeah. Like, are you leaving a review on Airbnb at the jail saying, it's spotty Wi-Fi, there's no emergency exits, and the mattress is too soft and my cellmate is too hard?
Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.